Hold on for a second, guys. Let me get this thing straight out. All right. Good afternoon, TikTok family. How y'all guys doing? Welcome to another edition of, you guessed it, Joel Davis Media Network. Man, I'm just gonna jump into this story, man. You know, guys, I talk about this all the time about my culture. It's black folks. A lot of black people. There's two types. There's black, proud, loving, good-hearted, good-natured, doing the right thing black people in America. But this here is the one that me and my boy Jericho talk about, along with Minor Jamal. These right here is the niggers of the culture. These are the ones that have no business whatsoever talking about they are a part of our culture. They are human beings and have a seat at the cultural table. Those are the ones that I feel that shouldn't have never been a part of the history of being a black American, even being over here. They should have got deleted. I'm going to leave it at that. And that's just me putting it mildly without getting flagged on YouTube. Mahogany Jackson. I want y'all to really put that name in your head. Mahogany Jackson. Mahogany Jackson was a 20-year-old black girl / woman, young woman from Alabama, near Birmingham, actually. She meant a lot to a lot of people. She was a daughter. She was somebody's sister. She was somebody's cousin. She was somebody's best friend. She was somebody's mother. But unfortunately, we had 8 raggedy ass wannabe POCs that wanted to be judge, jury, and executioner on her life. I'm going to tell you the names of these fucking bastards that did it, because I want you to keep them names in your head. Giovanni Clapp, 23. Blair Green, 25. Tasia Lewis, 26. Sanara McCall, 23. Ariana Lashai Robinson, 23. Mahogany Jaquise Jackson, 20, is who we talking about that they assaulted. Now I'm going to say them names one more time that's so far involved. Giovanni Clapp, 23. Blair Green, 25. Tasia Lewis, 26. Sanara McCall, 23. And Lashai Robinson, 23. Well, I ain't finished yet, though, because there's more. Oh, there's more. Also, We gonna talk about the big man himself, who probably thought he was tough. Francis Ace Harris, who used the blinky. Jeremiah Kodak McDowell, not to be confused the rapper Kodak, because he ain't no rapper, he ain't nothing. 18, who should have never came in this world along with the rest of them. And Brandon Pope, 24. These people decided to invite this young girl to come to the 700 block of L'Oreal Avenue. Supposed to be her friends. Supposed to be hanging out. All of a sudden, it turned into a modern day lynching. They had this young lady out here naked, assaulting her, hurting her with no remorse. They even had to take the time to make a video of it. You get what I'm saying? They made a video. And they put it all on the internet. Social media, because they thought it was cute. Then they had the nerve to say, put this woman in the trunk. Now, excuse me. Let me rephrase it. It ended at Lower Avenue, but it started at McMillan House, at Pope's house. I'm so upset. And then all of a sudden, while this girl is screaming and don't have no clothes on, they handcuffed her. I want you to understand what I'm talking about. They beat on her. They spat on her. And then they took her to the Lower Avenue location and they did the essay on her, if you know what I'm talking about. AKA violated this girl at point with the weapon. She even messaged her relatives, her last message to her relatives while she's trying to get out this situation, y'all. Listen to that message she told her relatives. This is the message she told them, y'all. Send help. Don't call. Mm, 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 mm. I want y'all to hear that again. Send help. Don't call. Imagine that chilling text coming from your child. Because these demonic niggas, yeah, I said it, hurt this girl. Because they didn't like the way of the situation about some phone and money. And then videotaped it and shared it. Oh, and it gets worse. There's 5 videos out there being shared. I think right now they have found a way to stop it from going onto the interwebs because they automatically say, please don't share these videos. So I think they found a way to stop it from being shared. Thank God. Mm, 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 mm. Now, this all also happened at Serenity Apartments in Southwest Birmingham, and I think that's the hood. I want to say that's in the PJs, but it doesn't matter. They tortured her. But here's my question though. You hear all these celebrities, what's his face? LeBron James and old Charles, I want to punch somebody wearing a Trump shirt, Barkley, Stephen A., Shannon Sharp, all these motherfuckers be on here talking about they love the black community. They want to help the black community. But when it's black on black crime like this, they silent like a rat pissing on cotton. You can't hear a word. They don't say shit. They even act like they don't know what's going on. Oh, I didn't feel the my condolences to the family. But let it would have been a white group of people did this to a black person. Oh my God. They'll be all over it. Let it would have been a black person did this to a white person. Oh, the race hustlers would have said that they were defending themselves. Guys, this is sickening. This is why our world is not getting better. I want to know how many of these so-called legislative motherfuckers that's the same skin tone I am gonna say Mahogany Jack. Let me get her name right because I don't want to mess this name up. I want to make sure that I put this everywhere on my community post because I want this girl to be known who she is. I want to know who's going to talk about Miss Mahogany with the 3-year-old child that life perished at 20 years old by 8 suckers that don't need no type of air to breathe. Mahogany Keith Jackson. I know people gonna say to me, but Joel, you know, the other person, they didn't do that much. They were just there and they didn't do that. They was confused. No, I don't want to hear that. It's no excuse. No, she didn't make it, honey. They killed the girl. They deleted her. They turned the TV off. After all of that they did to her, after they SA her and brutalized this young child, this 20-year-old girl, they SA'd her. And then they shared the video. And then when they got arrested, you know how they do. When they get, I'll get arrested. Yeah, I understand. Or my favorite, it went too far. No, you're sick. All of y'all need a chair. Y'all don't need no life in prison. I don't want my tax money feeding y'all. Y'all need the chair. In fact, you know what y'all need? I got the perfect solution for capital punishment for y'all. You know what y'all need? Because the way that girl suffered like that, y'all need to suffer too. Y'all need a gas chamber. How about that? Y'all literally need a gas chamber. Y'all literally need to be in a room filled with toxic gas and not able to breathe and struggle, just like she struggled. And your family watching. That's what you need. That's what all 8 of you need. You don't need no sparing. You better be glad you're in America, because if you was in one of these other countries like China, India, this would not be a conversation. Especially in Africa, because a lot of y'all say y'all want to go back to Africa. Go to Africa and do something like that. In one of them dignified countries in Africa, like what they call that, Zimbabwe or Nairobi, Nigeria. Yeah, do some shit like that over there. They don't do that whole waiting till you get fucking 20, 15 years on death row and then kill you. They delete you immediately. Within 30 to 45 days, you gone. You ain't sitting there taking up their money and their resources. 45 days, you are away from this earth. That's what all of you need. That's right. And Africa do not play. Look it up. They don't play. You get taken out. But nobody talking about this. I ain't seen no black representative from Alabama to Texas talk about this. Cheryl Lee, yeah, Sheila Lee, why ain't you talking about this? You say you pro-black, you and Al, that Al Green character. I ain't talking about Al Green the singer. Why ain't you talking about what going on? No, y'all won't say nothing about that. What about y'all little progressive, Jamal Bowman? Why ain't you talking about Mahogany Jackson? Why ain't you screaming out her name? Why ain't you up here telling freaking pudding, eating, I can't stay out of Pampers Biden about this shit. This is horrible, bro. This is really horrible. When I read this and I heard this from shout out to Black Conservative Perspective. I know Robert had said something about it, but I was gonna look it up. But when I saw Black Conservative Perspective said this, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I had to research myself. I can't believe this. Over object, phone, money? You mean to tell me somebody worth all that over that, dog? Bro, if I'm in a business where I got to do that to send a message for somebody to pay me or not rip me off, I don't want to be in that business. I hope while they in that jail, that girl haunt their ass. I really do. I hope she haunts them so bad that they go into literally insanity. I hope she flash before their eyes every night. I'm talking about every night. Every night they try to go to sleep, they see her. Every time they in the child hall in that jail, every guard they see look like her. I hope that it's so haunting that even when they in the courtroom, they see her. I hope they conscience eat their earth up. I really do. Because see, you know what's crazy about the human mind? Is that sooner or later, when you get in a situation where you can't never go back home and you can't have no distractions of what you've done, it comes back to you very slowly. See, that's the thing about karma and about this thing called reminding you that you will never be the same. See, that's what a lot of these killers don't tell you when you go to jail. Even the toughest ones, it comes back at them. When they go to sleep, when they wake up, when they see them walls, when they eating that child, it reminds them every day. Every day. Because they don't care, Hunter. They don't care. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. A lot of these black people out here that's so progressive and talk that crazy shit, they fool. They crazy. They don't care about their own race. They say they do, but they don't. It's another day. That's all they think in their mind. They have that persona, I cannot look weak in the streets. And so they do this to anybody. Same thing with these gang members, man. Why you think in Chicago these gang members wind up shooting a mother, a father, a grandma, or a baby? Because they don't care. To them, it's collateral damage. Well, grandma should have got down faster. Oh, well, they should have never had the baby at the house. Oh, the baby lived at the house? Oh, well, they should have known. I don't give a damn. That's how they think. And then when they get to jail, then a lot of them start finding out that they ain't cut up for jail. Or some of them are so hard that when they do go to jail, they wind up getting taken out because they forget that on the streets, your life cycle is a little bit more longer versus in a prison cell. Because in a prison cell, there's no hold bar. You ain't got no weapon that you can use. You ain't got no bullets, none of that. All you got is yourself and whatever is left to take care of you at that time. And the weapons of choice in prison, a lot of these old heads are good at it because they've been doing it for so long. Hunter, only thing you can do, man, with the hood at this point is try to save what you can save. You try to get the good ones that's trying to get out of it, show them there's a better way, and try to encourage them to get out as fast as possible, safely. And the rest of them that don't want to, you just gonna have to let them delete themselves. And that's what the liberal media likes about the hood. They don't want the hood to be successful. They only want select ones. And the select ones that do get successful in the hood, they program them too. Oh yeah, talk about and make excuses about your bad neighborhood, but just don't go back. Because you know if you go back, you're going to be a target. That's why these black guys in the hood leave, man. That's liberal, never come back, but they'll never tell you admit that. Listen, man, I don't care what anybody say. I don't want to never live back in my PJs in Charlotte where I was at. All right? I did my thing, and I got out of there. I don't want to live back in that. All right? I lived in the hood again when I was in Brunswick. I don't want to go back to Arco. I did my thing, and I got out of Arco. Now my family's in the safest place. That's what people got to understand. You should take the hood as a temporary environment. Not what you should put in your head. This is temporary. I ain't got to be a part of this forever. I ain't got to go up here and get with some of the messiest women or people and have all these kids I can't take care of, or get with a woman that I know is not gonna hold me down and cause me nothing but grief and stress and drama. I don't have to be a part of that. I can actually temporarily deal with my circumstance and go. Now, if I meet somebody that's on the same page and also in the same environment and we gel and we got a chemistry and we want to get out and build ourselves up for a better future, then that's what we'll do. We'll rock together and get that way. That's how you got to think to survive in the hood. But to do that, you got to have somebody that's actually talking to you about it. See, back in the day when I was growing up in the hood, man, we had codes, bro. We didn't do none of this. The old heads told us, man, if you were gonna be out here in the streets, you handle stuff with the dudes in the streets. You didn't include no woman and kid, the woman that got kids or whatever. And if it's a woman that you got beef with, and you another woman or you know another woman that could get involved with that and handle that, that's what you do. And that was it. Wasn't nobody, no woman perished in the streets like that unless she was a real boss or something. Oh no, Joe ain't got no condolences. It don't fit the narrative. I done told you nobody's gonna talk about Mahogany Jackson. Mahogany Jackson is just a regular black girl that got murdered, and they're just gonna say, "Oh, it's unfortunate. My condolences." But let's talk about how these immigrants are being discriminated against. Let's talk about how white people are still racist against black folks. Let's talk about how police brutality is so active. Where is that at? Because I don't see it. Lately, there ain't enough cops to do no police brutality. Nobody don't want to be a cop. Ain't nobody running around here tomorrow want to be a cop lately. People like, be a cop. Man, fuck that. I ain't going to jail just for defending my life and somebody else's. I take being a regular Joe Schmo for 1,000, please. Crazy, man. Anyway, man, my heart goes out to this family. I feel so bad for this girl. I really do. And for her family to find her at an illegal dump site after they did all this to this girl. Again, I'm glad all of them, 5 out of the 8 has been denied bond. And what the district attorney is saying, he's gonna push for all of them not to have no bond. And I hope he does. I hope he gets it where none of them have no bond. I want them to all be in jail together. I want them to all see each other every day and be reminded of how their life will never be the same. And I hope and pray while they in there that their girl got family. And I'm going to leave it at that. I really do. I really do. I hope that she got family or friends or whoever that's in there that's probably going to pay them a visit. And I'm going to leave it at that because this kind of crime here, you're not going to go and be peaceful in jail. And not in a place like Alabama. It's Birmingham, Alabama. That's a small, big town. Somebody is related to somebody in that place. And somebody is looking for them. And I know they ain't in protected custody because everybody mad for what they did. So I hope they know how to protect themselves because somebody gonna see by all 8 of them because it's gonna get bad. It really is. If they know what I know, they better pray to God that they know how to dodge and weave because this place where they at now is ruthless. Jail is ruthless. And you can imagine what prison gonna be like. Alabama and Louisiana and Texas and Mississippi and Georgia are one of the 5 toughest southern prisons to beat in Florida. Florida, Georgia, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana. Those 6 prisons are the toughest southern prisons to be in because all of their prisons are ruthless. You ain't got no way to breathe. Now, South Carolina prison, there's a couple you just don't want to be at because it's going to be a bad day. North Carolina, the same way. But you go down south, what I just said, them states, you ain't want no problems in them states with no prison. No, they don't, Roger, they don't. And let's not to mention the guards. The guards out there is even more ruthless because they know how to do things where it looks like they helping and they not. So yeah. But anyway, man, y'all, please, if you stayed around for this video, please like, share, subscribe, and share the information about this young girl, Mahogany Jackson. Make sure that her name is being shared and people can actually state about what type of young lady she was. She was a beautiful young lady, gorgeous, but got her life cut short because somebody was into their fields. And let me tell you, that's another thing that is a very soft trait. A lot of these males, they got very feminine ways when it comes to handling their emotions. They don't want to talk it out. They want to act. And I want to tell you something. When you got a male that's a certain size, I would say you got a male that's 6'2", or 6'3", or 6'4", okay, and or 6'5", and you tell them no, or they get rejected, or something happens. A lot of them get very female-ish type of behavior and vindictiveness in ways. They can't sit down and talk. Oh my God, my heart goes out to this family, bro. I'm hurt. But please, share the broadcast. Tell everybody about it. I love you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. I'm out.